Bless fucking starting on mute. Say hey, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me is Dabby Cab. Dabby, hello. How are you? You did the same thing.
Fuck you. That's a very green screen that you have behind you right there.
Yeah, when you're wearing your Venezuela jersey, you can't really wear it, unfortunately. It'll, I'll give everyone the enjoyment of just saying, like, oh, here we are. I'm a brick wall now. It's great. So, no green screen today. Hello, Dabby. It's nice to see you as always. Going to be a lot of fun here. We have a couple of days till the All-Star break, and I've said this a couple times already, but now I get to tell everyone with you on screen. I'm excited for you to be guest hosting Say Hey Plays on Saturday this week. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm excited to see what you do with it.
Well, I'm going to do the same thing we do every Saturday. Going to break the whole card down. You told everyone who's going to join?
No, I've been keeping that a secret or letting you announce that.
Oh, there we go. I got our guy Moose Money making his grand return because I know he's been busy with the baseball and the school and the kids and all that shit. So Moose Money's going to make his return for it.
Yes, excited for Moose to come back in. And Dabby Cab, maybe you guys can play this.
Did you make those noises?
That's a really good moose call. I wonder who. How was that? I think that was actually like a real moose. Honestly, I think we probably got that from like a real life moose in Canada.
Okay, I'll let you go with that right now.
Shout out to everyone in the chat as always. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna start off the show here. We have a full slate here on a Rare Wednesday, which is interesting. Shout out to Christopher Commentini, Troy Torrance, LG, Brandon Whedon, my guy. Yankees draft pick Brandon Whedon. My second favorite Oklahoma State quarterback of all time, Brandon Whedon. I think we've talked about this every time he pops up in the chat. Tom Leach, Wine Time Sports. I'm praying for you, Wine Time. You've had a hell of a couple of days.
The Angels are fucked.
Summer Cell in here. Hipster Jesus and my guy Justin McElvey, by the way. Stacks Pod, Buxton over 1.5 bases. Plus 108 there. He's coming for that ass in July. 3-1 right now in July. So shout out to you, my guy Justin McElvey. By the way, it's not popped up in the. Oh, there he is, Rocco Rogers. Happy birthday to Rocco Rogers.
Oh, happy birthday, Rocco. Christopher Commentini said hee-haw, ? Did you say hee-haw?
3 great things that happened on July 5th, Dabby Cab. One, obviously, our guy Rocco's birthday. Number 2, today's Shohei Ohtani's birthday today. And 3, Venezuelan Independence Day. So again,
hey, it's my mother's 60th birthday today too.
4 things. 4 things. So just remember, if any guilty white people are out there and just want to Venmo a Venezuelan person, my Venmo is my same thing as my name and same thing as my Cash App, Just whatever. Any guilty imperialist out there, maybe feeling bad, a Spaniard or two, you know where to send your money and your reparations right here, Dabby Cab. Let's get after it, Dabby, because I'm excited. And then again, Dabby, if you feel guilty, you know where it is too. Oakland A's versus the Detroit Tigers.
If you want to use the money that you get paid to pay me back my steak, feel free. Because I'm sure you feel pretty bad about that.
I don't. Not even a little bit. Not even in the slightest. September 19th, 18th. I lied. September 18th. That's when we'll see each other. And Nasty Nate, apparently, as well. Be a whole lot of fun. But let's talk Tigers A's here to start off. A little pitching change here as well. Instead of our guy Ken Waldekuck, as our guy Sharpie says, it is Austin Pruitt starting here. And honestly, with the A's and these days, it's kind of just like insert pitcher who's going to get smashed here. And I kind of obviously thought that this was a Tiger spot, pretty clear. But Dabby, I'm a little worried because I think that today is a day where the public gets crushed. And I say that because yesterday, I think we said yesterday 10-5 were the favorites yesterday as well. Public spots cash yesterday and the Astros and the Marlins. And, maybe the books, feeling grateful on 4th of July. On the 5th of July, it feels like they're going to come for our asses here today. It's a tough card, I think. A lot of obvious, plays for me here, but I just don't feel comfortable enough to bet. Like I said, I like Tigers run line -110, but I just couldn't get there ultimately. I expect Eddie to pitch well off the IL, but I just don't trust either squad out here.
Yeah, I don't bet pitchers on their first game back from the IL. Everybody already knows that. So for me, it would be the A's or pass, which makes this a pass because I'm not betting on the A's. I think Rodriguez will be all right. This is his first start in over a month, though. And like I said, I just don't like getting behind people on their first start back. At home this season, Rodriguez has been sharp, though. And, this is an Oakland team that's last in runs scored per game this season. Pretty much bottom tier in every category offensively you're going to look at. Tigers aren't that much better at the plate. They're ranked 28th in baseball in hitting. They do a little better at home here, though. I mean, I don't know. Tigers have had some pop lately. They've hit 13 home runs in their last 10 games, which has been cool to see. They're 5-5 in that stretch. Oakland's just 4-6 their last 10 games. And in that last 10-game stretch, Oakland's hitting right about 206 as a team. Just absolutely terrible, like always. I want nothing to do with this game. I lean Tigers, but I don't bet people on their first start back.
Yeah, I expect Eddie to pitch well, but something's in the water here, I guess. Market-wise, real quick before we move on, A's, Tigers, bigger bets on the A's, 29% of the bets, 63% of the money on the A's. You can kind of see why. Who wants to lay -200 with the Tigers? Totals-wise here, 67% of the bets, 92% of the money on the under there. And apparently it's bumped up. It opened at 8 according to Action, now 8.5. So beware there. I'm passing here. Nothing here for me. Let's go Philadelphia Phillies versus the Tampa Bay Rays here. Bullpen day for the Rays. Typically for me equals no bets here. I just, obviously bullpen days are not a fade for me anymore because of how good relievers are, especially the team that, created the bullpen day, really. And Taijuan Walker has been overall just kind of fine this year. His last 2 starts were really good 1 earned run performances. I just still have trust issues at the end of the day, I guess. So I know he's 9-3. I know he's pitched well, but I'm not there. And as for usual, I pass Phillies games. I don't know why. The Phillies are just a team where I just have ultimately no feel there, but I ultimately want nothing to do with them. Especially, I don't want my money on their shortstop in any form or fashion here, especially today. So no, thank you.
I think it's kind of like a crime to pass over just how good Walker's been, man. Over his past 5 starts, he has a .84 ERA, 32 strikeouts. And, they've got 5 wins over those 5 starts also, so they have been backing him up pretty good. On the road this season, he struggled a little bit, though. That ERA spikes up to 5.26 in away games. But lately it's been, on the road, at home, it doesn't matter. Everything's been popping. But, this Tampa Bay's offense, that's one thing I would understand why you might want to stay off. So I would probably look Phillies here, though, because, if he's going to keep pitching even close to what he's been doing, the Phillies got a dangerous enough offense here, even on the road, where I could see him putting up some runs here. So I'd probably look Phillies or pass on this one.
I would not be surprised in the slightest if today on all days the shortstop for the Philadelphia Phillies will hit a home run. I would not be surprised at all if that guy. He's my least favorite baseball player out there now. I can't stand the dude. So plus 400 on Bet Online. Maybe it's something you should look at, but no thanks here. I don't want my money on that team, so no thanks there. Let's move on here. Game 4 here. We actually have a pitcher now. Matthew Liberatore versus the Miami Marlins here. And, I sat here. I've been sitting here for a while now. I'm just going to keep betting the Marlins. I'm going to bet the Marlins here after them ship pumping the Cardinals last night. All right, I don't know if it was last night. I guess just say yesterday. But I don't know. I just couldn't get there. The Marlins are hitting lefties well, 120 weighted runs created plus over the last 2 weeks, 103 plate appearances, so it's pretty good. And their fourth full season here. So I absolutely lean Marlins here for sure. I don't trust Brian Hoeing all that much, so maybe this is even an over spot here. Market-wise, real quick, let's touch on it. 74% of the bets, 68% of the money on the Marlins there. And let's go to the total real quick because I'd be interested in the over here. But no, it's a lot of under money. 55% of the bets and only 11% of the money on the over here. 45% of the bets, 90. I was right. 89% of the bets, money, on the under there. So yeah, I want nothing to do with this game. It's funny. Apparently, this has climbed from again an opening at 8.5 to a 9. Now I don't know. Again, I'm kind of dubious on action startings. Our opening lines there, but let me know if that's what you guys think. Oh, Rocco had 8.5 minus 110 for the over. See, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm very interested in the over now. All of a sudden, what about you, Davey?
You're interested in the over, even with the way the money is, the way you just said it. I would look. That's the only way I would look is over in this game. Both of these pitchers are shit. That's the main focus here. I would probably go first 5 too. You know, the Cardinals have been terrible. They've lost 5 of their last 7 games. They lost the first 2 games of this series. And at home, the Marlins have been, great. They've won 5 of their last 6 games, including beating the shit out of them here, 15-2. When was that? Tuesday. So it was just yesterday, 15-2. And then, like I said, Matthew on the bump here. He's, got a 6.06 ERA last month. He's allowed 3 runs in 4 1/3 inning in his last game. And he's got a 9 ERA on the road this season. So I'll say it again. He's got a 9 ERA on the road. Just not somebody I'm not backing Hoeing either because he's terrible. I'd only look over in this game.
Yeah, I like the over here, Dab, even with those numbers, just because, all that money on the under and it's still jumped up to 9 here.
I would just go first 5. I wouldn't even worry about the full game.
Well, I'm on full game over 9, minus 108 here. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Don't know why I waste my breath.
That's true. By the way, BJ dropping a Cubs little thing here, and we'll definitely talk about the Cubs here very soon. Let's talk Baltimore Orioles, New York Yankees next here. And the line's moving to the New York Yankees, and the Dean Kramer has a checkered past against the Yankees, so I get it. But I put up the brakes, and I was like, man, I kind of want to bet the Yankees here too, and a team total, maybe an over here in general. But I'm just worried about the Yankees offense here again without Judge. All these starts again without Judge or with Judge. 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. Did the same thing last year against the Yankees. I even looked at a first 5 team total over for the Yankees, but I couldn't get there, unfortunately, at the end of the day. So I passed on this game. The Yankees last 2 weeks against righties, 26, 84 weighted runs created plus. Nothing doing there. And Randy Vasquez is being pulled up and down, getting starts here and there in the minors, get some spot starts in the majors. I want nothing to do with him, really. I kind of expect him to go well here because he pitched well in his last 2 MLB starts. I need to double check that, but I wanted really nothing to do with this game, unfortunately. So if you got the Yankees early at a plus money price, I could see why you're feeling good about yourself, but the Orioles are still a solid squad, and this team has no Judge. So I still pass on this game, Davey Kev.
I absolutely agree with you on the Yankees offense. I do not trust them, even though they've been hitting much better here recently. Kramer is just somebody that the O's have leaned on, and if they're going to get back in the win column, the Orioles, this is the spot right here with Kramer on the mound. He was roughed up in his last start, but the 3 before that, they all got wins in. Both of these teams are so streaky. I think the Orioles might be looking to fall off, here. But like you said, this is a shorthanded start right here for Vasquez. It's one of those spot starts, and I don't really like these positions for most pitchers most of the time because it's just not really something. There's no routine to this start or anything like that. So I kind of think Orioles might be the side here, but I want nothing to do with this. The Orioles look like they might be falling off a cliff.
It's scary. I mean, I can understand why everyone's on the Yankees here, but I'll tell you, it's scary market-wise here. 60% of the bets and 95% of the money on the Yankees. And again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Orioles won this game here, but because I really do think all those big money spots are going to lose here today, or a lot of them at least, because Vegas, whoever they cashed all the public won yesterday. And again, I think they're going to be out for blood and out for their money here today. So we'll be very interested to see what happens. So I'm passing here off of the Yankees nonsense. Let's go to this game because it's the only bet I had in pre-show, and I'm feeling good about it. Nationals.
Yes. John Gray, first 5. You with the Nationals in the first 5.
Yes, of course. Nationals first 5 here. I got it at minus 105, and a full game it was plus money. And now not so much here. On Bovada, it's already moved to the minus money territory. I can look up again. I bet it on Bet Online here.
We just do this show twice a week, so it's like I feel like certain things repeat. I'm sure that I know they do with me, but it's like I feel like we've been here and done this one before.
Yeah, I mean it's just Graham
Ashcraft.
Well, good. Graham Ashcraft. He's pitched okay. Again, he had his best start of his return in last start. But I don't know if I can trust him here. I know the Nationals offense is bad, but the line is definitely indicating that both these guys shove. And I wouldn't be surprised at all because fucking Josiah Gray never gets any damn run support. 2-1 victory in his last start, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run at Philadelphia. 2-0 victory in his start before that, 5 1/3, 4 hits, no earned runs there. He's just a really good pitcher, and I enjoy backing him. I don't know why I did last time. I had a conversation with T about it too. He's like, "What are you going to bet tomorrow?" And I was like, "I don't know. Josiah Gray's pitching. I should probably just bet the Nationals." And then I didn't. He cashes easily, so shout out to him. But I lean Nationals, or I should say I bet the Nationals first 5 here, and I lean to them full game. Market-wise, real quick before I pass it to you, Dabby, total first, 71% of bets and 87% of the money on the over here. Just big sides here on the money today. It's very interesting. And market-wise, making me feel better about the side here, 35% of the bets and 80% of the money on the Washington Nationals here today. So going to be a lot of fun watching this game.
You know what? I think Morgan might have just hit what the bet might be there. Morgan said, I like the first 5 under. I just don't know if I can pull the trigger. Ashcraft is streaky, man. You never know what you're going to get with him. That's what's tough because Troy talking about he thinks that he has the stuff to be a good big league pitcher. Jose touched on it earlier in the season. He was in the top, what was that thing you were talking about with his rating on his pitches?
Stuff plus.
There you go. He was in the top on all of them, right?
He was in the top 5, yeah, and it's pretty interesting. And I want to look that up again here and see how the leaderboards have fallen since then.
Well, here, I don't have a bet on this one. I do have, obviously, action today that I'll give out when we get there, but I'll make this one sound a little better for you, I guess. Nationals have won 6 their last 9 games, so that's good. There's that going. Offense has struggled recently, only putting up 11 runs in the last 3 games. But I think this might be a spot where they can get to Ashcraft. Like I said, he gave up 14 runs in his last 3 road starts. So he's been getting touched up. I don't know. I don't want anything to do with this game. Maybe first 5 under, but I'm passing.
Yeah, I'm in on this series, I guess. I'm in on this series, and I'm in on this game here. All right, so your Stuff Plus leaders here, and I will give it a minimum because I saw Josh Donaldson on there for a second. I'll give it minimum 40 innings pitched here as well. So, and I'll even include relievers, I guess. No, I will not because it was just Emmanuel Clase and Brian Abreu. So, starters. Spencer Strider, number 1. Hunter Green, number 2. Graham Ashcraft, number 3.
What?
Yep, it's his. He's got good shit. He's just
the fuck are they? How do they rate that? What is Stuff Plus technically? Like I don't even. I call bullshit.
Okay, well I can give you Location Plus as well. I like low Stuff Plus, Location Plus, and Pitching Plus. Just a good way to analyze this. Best Location Plus. Again, sounds exactly what it is. George Kirby has been first forever now. So it's George Kirby. Drew Rasmussen's still number 2 technically because he has 44 innings pitched. So I'm going to actually bump this up to now 60 minimum innings pitched. So I could hopefully get the injury guys out of there. George Kirby, Joe Ryan, Aaron Nola, Zach Eflin are the best locating guys. And by the way, it's out of 100. So George Kirby's 111, Joe Ryan's 108, Aaron Nola's 108. And then pitching plus is just a combination of the both there, basically. And the best pitching plus guy in the league, Spencer Strider. He's a sicko. So, not surprised there.
Good talk.
Let's move on. Let's move on here, and let's talk about the game everyone wants to hear us talk about, Dabby Cab. We're on two sides of a coin here. Red Sox, Rangers. And I'd like for you to start this, Dabby, because you are on Rangers team total over, spitting in the face of Brian Bayo. The market's been churning all the way to the Rangers all day today, all day yesterday. I saw this line on Bovada at minus 120 Red Sox, and I thought that was shocking. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And now it's just moving all over to the Rangers. 63% of bets, 59% of the money on the Rangers. I was a lot higher earlier this morning, I'll tell you that. And the line just keeps moving their way with John Gray, who's we saw him. He's having a great year. So we'll see what happens here, Dabby. You start this off.
Yeah, look, your guy Bello has been good, man, especially his last, 3 starts. He's only given up 1 run in each of his last 3 starts. It's over 20 and 2/3 innings. Outside of his first start, he's held opponents to 3 or fewer earned runs. He's just been absolutely electric. And this is just his second big league season, so you should be excited watching him go. So if you're wondering why I think the Rangers are going to hit their team total here, I think this is, like you said, we're opposite sides of a coin. I think this is where you're going to start seeing them turn around these last 2 series right before the break. I think this is a playoff team that's going to make a run, and I think Bello's in for a long game here. I think that the Rangers will get to him, and I think they'll get to him early. As far as the side goes, I'm staying off. I'm not completely sold on Gray. We've had this conversation multiple times. I could really see there being runs here, which is why the total with 2 pitchers. I mean, look at these guys' stats, and this total's still sitting there at 10. Like that should tell you volumes that there's going to be runs here in this game, just like yesterday. I think the Rangers. I think they hit their team total. I think that first 5 gets over also.
By the way, Dabby, I was just curious myself. Stuff Plus looks only at the physical characteristics of the pitch. More important features include
somebody's eyeballs,
a release point, velocity, vertical and horizontal movement, and spin rate. So, physical characteristics of the pitch. So there you go. That answers that question for you. Okay. I think this is going to be a very interesting game. Dabby Cab, what would you have put a series price on the Red Sox Rangers here?
Rangers minus 145.
I thought the same thing, actually, and it was Red Sox minus 120.
No, it wasn't. The Rangers were plus money?
Yeah, plus 100.
I wish I didn't have my head up my ass.
I was shocked to see it. I was like, okay, that's very interesting, because I initially thought I'm going to bet the Red Sox series at a good plus money price here, and then they gave me that shit. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to bet the Red Sox to win this series every game. I bet them last night. Unfortunate there. The line's been churning the Rangers here. I'm going to bet the Red Sox full game money line here.
The Red Sox part, like, this is just, there's no fucking anything that can support this. But when you got a good hitting team and they come into fucking Fenway, they put up runs. It's just what they do. They abuse that fucking monster, and they put up a bunch of doubles and a bunch of home runs. And I think that's what the Rangers are going to do here again today.
They didn't put up that many yesterday, shockingly enough.
Well, it'll work for today. They get me 5 more, I'm good to go.
I will take my Red Sox money line. It's at plus 101 right now at Bet Online. Again, I was shocked to see it open at that opening price, but I just think that the bookmakers are up to something here today, and I think it'll be interesting. Minus 120 is crazy. I would list the Rangers to start at minus 120 and then see it climb from there. I think John Gray is vulnerable, and like I've said many a times, I don't think these Rangers make the playoffs. So I'll be interested in watching for that. Did that Astros series make you a little nervous, Dabby? Because obviously you're a big Rangers guy.
I'm not a big Rangers guy. I really could care less. I care about my bets more than anything. And right now, when I bet on the Rangers, they win me money. So,
We know that you've got Rangers or die tattooed on you. We know.
I'm probably more of a Padres fan than a Rangers fan, but they're just embarrassing. So I keep that out of there.
Let's see, interesting. Troy Torrance saying full game money line, not first half. Basically, I honestly wouldn't be opposed to betting both here, but I have more faith in the Red Sox bullpen than most, I guess. So that's why I'm taking full game, and I want all of the at bats here. I would like all of the at bats for the Red Sox here, especially because I want the Rangers bullpen.
So I just was the chat just said that the team total is up to 5 for the Rangers. I got 4.5 minus 120, actually minus 121. But I'm not scared of a push. It could land on 5, but 6 is getting up there. But I mean, if I like 4.5, obviously I still like 5.
Our guy DX Filer shot to Steen there, liking the first 5 under and Rangers full game money line as well there. And Rocco telling me to take the first 5 here. I want the Rangers bullpen to blow it for them. I think John Gray will pitch his 5-6 innings here, and we'll see what happened as well. So I'll take my plus 101, and I'll keep sitting here and waiting and watch this game very anxiously. It's very annoying that I have to use some nefarious methods as well. By the way, shout out to our friends at Bet Online. Go sign up for an account. Pub Sports Radio's website right now. You can see the logo there. It takes you to the thing, gives you a little deposit match, 100% up to $1,000. But more importantly, Dabby Cab, you can watch games on there. You can just go to the live bet section. You can watch the game you're live betting. So shout out to Bet Online for that. It's one of my favorite features of it.
Wait, what? You can watch games on Bet Online?
Yeah. Just hit the live betting section. Yeah.
You sure about that?
Yes. Okay, go to the live betting section, and then you'll see it. It's very nice.
What do you mean, like watch the line and make live bets?
No, watch the game and make live bets.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, you go look at yourself. So shout out to them. All right, let's move on here. Let's go to Atlanta versus Cleveland next game on our slate. Mike Soroka versus Cal Quantrill. This felt like a very obvious overspot, but again, I'm treading lightly here today. I was off of it last night. It was 9.5. Now all the way up to 10.5. So now it's not bettable for me here. 9.5. I should have taken it. It seems like, but Mike Soroka pitched well in his return back to the majors here, and I like Mike Soroka, and I think Mike Soroka can come back and be the pitcher he was here. I like what the Braves are doing. It's funny that the opposites are working for their pitchers. They're young guys that they're bringing up to the majors. They're bringing them up and keeping them up here, letting them struggle, do whatever up here, like Schuster, et cetera, et cetera. The Colby Allard, another guy. With the guys that have been in the majors that are coming back and hurt, they just keep them down in the minors, eating the minors, chill there, rehab, et cetera, low pressure, low stakes, and that's what they've done with Soroka here. I think Soroka is still one of their better pitchers if he can get his shit together, and I like what they've done here. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they pitch well here, and I just couldn't get there ultimately. So again, I'm just very dubious of all the lines here today. I would not be shocked at all if this game went under the 10.5 here now. Because the Guardians, again, we know not the most offensive squad. Last 2 weeks, they've been putting up numbers, 8th, 117 weighted runs created plus, but I just can't get there. So I passed, but at the 10.5 now I lean under here. And Cal Quantrill's been shit, but I think there's a turning point in Cal Quantrill's season coming up soon.
Man, I tell you what, if you have the balls to bet against the Braves, hats off to you. I mean, that's all I can say. It's like betting against Tampa at the beginning of the season. If you want to go against the Braves, good for you. I'm not going to fucking do it. There's no way. So all that being said, there's like one way to look at this game. You either behind the Braves. Did I just lag out?
No, you're good. You're still here.
Okay, you either get behind the Braves, which I would probably do in the first 5 if I was going to do it on the run line, or you don't bet the game. I'm not going against the Braves right now. So, and like I said, this offense is just from top to bottom, probably the best offense in baseball. Rays are up there with them, but I wouldn't bet against the Braves here. You either bet them or pass.
Yeah, I like the under here, but I'm passing, unfortunately, now. So, again, I'm treading lightly here today. We had a nice 4-1 day yesterday coming off of a 5-0 day, I think it was. So let's try to keep the momentum and let's not go crazy here on a card that I think is pretty sketchy here today. Royals, Twins, again, more just steaming onto the Twins here. Last night, minus 140, or sorry, minus 245. Now almost 300 here for Pablo Lopez and the Twins. And sure, I get it. A big bad Twins going to come and beat the Royals' ass. I understand, but Pablo's pitched against the Royals once this year. 6 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 7 Ks, 1 walk, and an 8-6 victory there. He was a minus 240, minus 275 then. They got the 8-6 win still, but I don't want to bet him at minus 290 here. No chance, especially with how bad the Twins are against lefties right now. Or sorry, is Marsh a lefty? No, Marsh is a righty. Excuse me. I had my things written down wrong, but I just want nothing to do with it. I think the Royals could be frisky here, and I'm dubious of the price here, so I passed here. And again, would anyone be surprised if the Twins blew this game? Not really. So nothing here for me. Dabby Cab?
No, I mean, I would think that, and I won't bet it, but I would think the first 5 probably gets over this 4.5 runs that they're probably asking for, and it's probably a good price too. I'm sure it's
a lot of money on the under, shockingly enough here, Dabby, too. I kind of felt the same thing with the history. I think Pablo can get touched up a little bit, but 47% of the bets and 83% of the money on the under, too.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's tough.
Yeah, well, I can tell you because Kansas City, they hit in June, they were just 227 as a team. So that's hard to fucking watch at the plate. On the road this year, they're hitting 227 as a team also, and that's in 41 road games. So, just terrible. Against right-handed pitching, hitting 229 as a team. Just everything's about as low as it can go. And Lopez here, he's coming off of a good start against the Orioles. He gave up just 1 run, 3 hits through 7 innings in that game. But like you said, he's faced the Royals twice this year. On March 30th, you said he faced him once. I've got that he faced him twice here because on March 30th, he held him to 2 hits, giving up 6 runs in 6 innings. And they won both outings. So, I don't know if it'll be – I don't know, man.
Missed that one. Did he give up 6 runs twice then?
Let me go pull it back up. Hold on. I just moved it right when you asked me. No, scoreless on the other time. Scoreless.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want nothing to do with this game, so I'm passing here. And yes, Fly White Mike, my word of the day apparently is dubious. Dubious.
Shout out to our guy C-Mac. He said he likes the under. I'm not betting it, so I'm not betting over or under on this one.
It's interesting. Big O asking why is the total only at 8. Let's check the weather real quick as well. Let me refresh.
The Royals suck.
The Royals do suck ass. Shout out to Connor Mack, by the way, watching the program. We appreciate you, my guy. It's apparently a windy day there in Minnesota. The winds are blowing out here too, allegedly, according to Swish. So, I just want nothing to do with the game. I guess I don't trust the Royals to put any runs up. But by the way, look at Troy mentioning totals that open at 8, stay at 8, and all the money's on the under. Go over, and like I touched on, it is all on the under. There, 83% of the bets on the under. It stayed at 8 the whole time. And by the way, money line wise here, everyone on the Twins. I don't know why, but I guess it makes sense why the line moves that way so dramatically. But 85% of the bets, 86% of the money on the Twins there too. So nothing doing there for us either. Let's move on and shut to Troy. That's a good look. I wouldn't necessarily hate an under, I guess, there. Talking Cubs, Milwaukee Brewers, and this is a spot that my guy BJ wanted to talk about. It was almost minus 160 for the Cubs earlier today, and now got a minus 140 back again. It's pretty surprising here, Dabby Cab, especially because we know that the Milwaukee Brewers are just bad against lefties. Last 2 weeks, though, only 119 plate appearances. I can see why you say it's a small sample size, but 98 weighted runs created plus is 12th best. That's average. It's better than their second to worst. 81 per 8 weighted runs created plus there full season. So they've been hitting lefties decently, I guess, but I still don't trust it. This feels like it's going to be a low-scoring game, and it could end up being a Brewers victory here because the line is just so weird. 58% of the bets and 66% of the money on the Cubs, and it keeps just dropping and dropping and dropping. You know, I don't know. I want nothing to do with this game. I thought about taking an under here because I thought, I think Steele can shut out the Brewers here, but how is Hauser going to do? Hauser is a little concerning. He's had 2 starts against the Cubs in the last 2 years. Last year, 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs. The year before that, 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. So I definitely lean under here. Market wise for the total, real quick before I pass it to Cab. Jesus. 64% of the money on the under and 97% of the money on the under. So I can't bet that. So I just pass on this game.
60 something percent on the under, 60% of the tickets and 90 something percent of the cash. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 64% and 97% of the money.
That's fucking weird, man. I like Steele. I really do a lot. I think he keeps pitching good. Cubs here, they've won 5 of their last 8 road games, so they've been playing well on the road. Offensively, they put up 18 runs in their last 3 road games. I think they'll do all right here against Hauser. In his last 6 starts, he's given up 17 runs. Last 3 home starts against the Cubs, he's at that, which he's got enough of a sample size. He gave up 12 runs there in that spot in the last 3 starts. Brewers have been a little better recently, but they've split their last 4 home games here, and I think the offensive struggle just continues for the Brewers here. This offense from top to bottom, I just don't have anything that I really fear in it. I'd look Cubs first 5 probably. I mean, if I was going to bet it, I know that's probably like a square bet, but that's where I'd be.
I mean, Rocco dropped in that he's saying the line's telling you that the game's going to go the same way the last couple have gone. Cubs first 5, Brewers full game. Rocco dropped Cubs first 5 is minus 170. Oh my God. That's just crazy. I feels like that's true. And, maybe the Cubs did end up winning, but still, I think this is going to be a interesting look here. So I've got nothing on this game. BJ dropping a good one here. Maybe the Brewers are looking ahead because that's a massive series on deck. Brewers Reds for just I don't know if it's bragging rights, whatever. It's just like that firm grip of a shitty division here. So I'm going to be very interested in that series. And BJ, now that you mentioned it, I remember looking at it. I was like, man, I think the Brewers might go out there and just beat the Reds there in a prove it spot, just kind of like the Braves and Miami spot. But obviously, your fucking Braves are much different to the fucking Milwaukee Brewers. So, yeah, I'm passing here.
Did you say you think the Brewers are going to go out there and beat the Reds?
Yeah, I think they can. I really think they can. But I'm going to be interested in watching that series. I don't know who the pitching matchups are. Obviously, that's going to be a big factor. So
doesn't matter. Reds win.
We'll see. I think it's at Milwaukee too. Correct me if I'm wrong there, BJ, as well. So I'll be very interested to see how that goes as well. Like I said, I'm going to be watching. Next game, Toronto Blue Jays versus the White Sox. And someone had a question about you, or for you, Dabby, about the total in this game. And it's an interesting one because this, again, has overwritten all over it. Jose Barrios on the road, who we know doesn't pitch better on the road, et cetera, et cetera. Lance Lynn, a guy that is just an easy fade at some points. 5 earned runs in his last appearance at the Angels. He even pitched against the Blue Jays once this year already. 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs. I could see the case for the over 9 here. I couldn't get there. I don't know what it is. It's just, it's been 9. It opened at 9 last night on Bovada. It's 9 right now. Totals are market-wise here. 88% of the bets, 91% of the money on the over. And by the way, Action said this is opening up at 8.5 and gone to 9. I've had it 9 the whole time. So I would love to hear my guy Troy Torrance what his thoughts on that. Total to stay at 9 and just have all that money on the over.
Is the Blue Jays team total 4.5?
let's look here as well. And by the way, I guess Christopher Commentini might be able to hear the rain. Oh, and I'm getting a call as well. That's
Hello.
there we go. It's great. People, you think my friends would know that I do a show at this certain time and they wouldn't call me. But that's not the important thing is here. 4.5 minus 125 for your Toronto Blue Jays.
Ew, that's a lot of juice. But 4.5 against Lance Lynn, come on. You get all 27 outs, come on.
Do you like the over here? Because Mickey Cohen's asking.
I mean, I'd probably just pay a little extra juice if I was going to bet it and go with the Blue Jays team total over 4.5.
And by the way, Troy Torrance is pulling the numbers, and he said apparently it's the complete opposite. So maybe you got to bet the over here. Troy, let us know because your database is vast and knowledgeable there. So I'm very interested. And I know, Ram. What an asshole.
I mean, this is a weird spot, man. How is this minus 128, man? I think you just bet the Blue Jays here and don't fucking think about it. Like, sure, it might be a trap, but the past fucking 2 nights, and shout out to our guy Mike M, because he's been on this past 2 nights, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Mike M's been on this 2 nights in a row at about the same juice. I mean, you got to say the Blue Jays have the pitching and matchup advantage here, even though it's on the road, which I know has been a tougher spot. Still, the Blue Jays have the pitching matchup advantage. They have the lineup advantage. I'd say you bet the Blue Jays here and just fucking, don't think about it.
It's interesting. And by the way, yeah, Mike M saying it opened at 8.5 here. That's what our guys at Action say as well. And I had this at Bovada at 9 opening. That's the only reason why I say it there. So maybe they take a little longer to open it, and they open it straight up at the 9 there. And by the way, Troy Torrance saying opens at the 9, closes at 9, 43 and 28 to the under. And by the way, and yes, which makes sense. They're going the same way. And by the way, another mention here for Mike M. Road favorites for the AL East. 35-2 straight up and non.
Yeah, but I can't go. I know I said the Blue Jays, but fuck, man. That's actually even more juice than the team total at minus 128. So I'd take the team total over 4.5, minus 125. Sorry, it's Lance Lynn.
Yeah. I, if anything, I'm taking the -1 here, but I'm kind of on a kick of just taking totals right now. I've been dominating totals. Sides have been a little more sketchier for me, but of course, I'm on the Red Sox sidewise, but whatever. Remmost market here. I'll repeat it again here because I think I mentioned it. Where are you? 88% of the bets and 91% of the money on the over here. And sidewise here, 64% of bets and 84% of the money on the Blue Jays. So not surprising, it's moved towards the Blue Jays. So it's very interesting. I've passed on this game. I kind of do lean under after all this is said, and I definitely lean towards the Blue Jays. So -1 Blue Jays would be my play here for me. BJ's on Blue Jays money line. And I love, Troy, shout to you in the database there. I love seeing how that all shapes out and appreciate all the work you do for that, my man. All right, let's go to the next game. Patrick Sandoval and the fucking Angels, who are just downtrodden and beaten right now.
Damn, it happened so quick. It's just like, are they going to stay healthy this year? Wax.
Yeah, I mean, and it's been the whole infield's been bad. The infield's been getting crushed with injuries the whole year, et cetera, et cetera. But, the one they couldn't take is the 2 guys, Trout and Ohtani. And Ohtani blister is not going to pitch for a little bit now, but he's still going to be a hit because he's a fucking sicko. And then Mike Trout, a freak injury that, you can't do anything really about it there. Broken hamate. And he's going to be out there until August probably. So, I'm right there with you. I think they're fucked, and I think this is the Angels' full free fall. I think they're going to get crushed in the next couple of weeks. They don't have anyone else to really help them out. Joe Adell is going to come up, obviously, for Trout. We'll see how that goes. I don't trust Patrick Sandoval. His last starts, he's been getting crushed too. And Seth Lugo's fine, but I'm not going to lay the -200 with the Padres here. I lean over, actually. But I want really nothing to do with this game. It's just hard to bet an over when you've got so little, effort by the Angels there for what I think is going to happen at least. You know, it's funny. The market actually disagrees with me wholeheartedly too. 29% of the bets, Stabby, 82% of the money on the Angels. So it's very interesting there. A lot of
That's
love
weird.
for the Angels. Totals wise, over. 74% of bets, 83% of the money on the over. On action, it's open 8.5, and it's again stayed 8.5 the whole time. So I've passed. I lean over here, but I'll be interested to see what the Angels do with their season and with how they're going to bounce back here. So I've got nothing to do. I've got nothing on this game.
I don't see any kind of bounce back, you know. And it's not just Trout. You know, you got, Jury on the fucking bench already. Like, this team's been hurt other places also. I mean, and I understand the over. Everybody's talking about the over here. I almost took the over yesterday almost took the Angels team total over first game after him getting hurt, and it would have been a sweat because they got 5 in the 9th inning or 4 or something like that. But I didn't bet it, so it doesn't matter. But both these bullpens have sucked over the last 10 days. Angels bullpen over 32 and 2/3 innings has had a 5.23 ERA, and the Padres over the last 36 innings have had a 6.25 ERA. So, the only way I'd look for a total would be over on this. If I was looking for a side, it would probably be the Padres in the first 5. But I'm sure the juice on that is a lot.
Yeah. So maybe you could do your patented -1 first 5.
Yeah, Rendon's gone out too. Brian said he thinks he is. Yeah, he is. Rendon's hurt also.
Yeah, I mean, but who the fuck cares about that guy? He fucking sucks. So
yeah,
you
want your players that are supposed to be in the lineup though.
Yeah, he just fucking sucks. So 2 home runs this year for Anthony Rendon. By the way, I can't wait because shout out to my guy Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson, no home runs this year. He's going to get traded at the deadline. Wherever he goes, he's going to be a fucking stud. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be so funny when he gets traded and just suddenly just becomes that guy. So I'll be I'll just be pointing and laughing when he gets traded onto the Atlanta Braves and just be like, this fucking team, man. They're just going to get another 20 home runs from this guy in the second half. So it'll be on some sicko shit. All right, let's go to the next game on our card here, Dabby Cab. We're on a decent little pace here. And again, shout out to everyone watching as always. Brian, BJ, Connor, Rocco, Big O, Real Deal Prime, all you guys, Troy, Morgan Spooner, Rem, Mike. Appreciate all you guys as always. You guys make this show worth doing. And shout out to you guys. I hope you guys are eating Venezuelan food today. Thinking of me today.
What's a Venezuelan meal?
Dabby, I need to take you under the curtain and show you right, Dabby.
No, just answer the question. Don't say it if you don't know.
No, of course I do. We'll get some arepas in there.
Okay, explain what that is.
Cheese. It's like a torta in Mexico terms. Mexican.
So it's like a big sandwich.
It's like a big sandwich. Yeah, it's that good shit, Dabby Cap.
Yo, I want a big. Say it. What is it called?
An arepa.
I want a arepa sandwich.
You should. They're great. Ham and cheese in that bitch. Oh my god, so good. And by the way, shout out to Pics from Dave in here as well. Pics from Dave showing his age right now. He was saying like, "What's stuff plus? I'm gonna throw in plus stuffer." So shout out to Pics.
90% of the time, he's just trying to get a reaction.
Yeah, I love Dave. Shout out to him. He's just showing his age. I still am shocked that I called him Brutus the Buckeye. I still can't believe I said that.
One of the best fucking things I think anybody's ever said.
I have no memory of it all. I'm still appalled that I called him such a mean thing.
I mean, it's literally exactly what he looks like.
I disagree. He looks like a beautiful man. He just looks like the guy.
Brutus the Buckeye. It's what he looks like. What are you talking about?
By the way, Pics from Dave. Tentatively, we're still firming up some details. But Pics from Dave will be on the Home Run Derby's feed. Hiccup there. Home Run Derby. Hiccup. Home Run Derby stream on Monday. So that'll be fun as well. It'll be interesting to see what we do on that one. And by the way, a ham and cheese is Venezuelan. Big O. You're damn right it can be. Fucking can be, Big O. You got Big O there. And yes, I just had a stroke, apparently.
I'm just waiting for the next one.
That's gonna be on the fucking morning sesh, guys. Go ahead and tune that up on Monday. It'll be there, I guarantee it. I'm on every show apparently, one way or another. I've heard.
You've been on several.
Yeah. And I get alerted sometimes I get text like, "Hey, you're on the sesh again or whatever," and I'm like, "Oh, cool." And I go look at it and be like, "Oh, that's kind of figure what I thought it was," and then I just move on with my day.
You want to find the video? Dutch made that one for you.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yeah, creativity at its finest, Dabby Cat.
It was his absolute favorite thing that he's ever done.
Hey, I'm glad. Hey, good.
He played it like 7 times that night.
If I could bring joy to people, that's what I would love to do. Connor Mack, next guest is asking me if I'm going to be the next guest on the session. Probably not.
Come on, dude, get on.
Well, I think half. Again, half of the sesh would be down with that. Tommy Malone versus Alex Cobb. Let's get into this game, Dabby Cab. It's funny because you can make a case for Tommy Malone facing one of the worst team against lefties in the last couple of weeks and the last year, 24th, 93 weighted runs created plus. But I just, I don't want to back Tommy Malone here in any kind of way. 8 earned runs in his last outing in AAA. That's not what you want. But again, this is one of the worst left-handed hitting teams in the league. So maybe you can get there. Their last 2 weeks, 96 plate appearances, 35 weighted runs created plus. So I can see why you want to back him here, but I passed on this game wholeheartedly. I could see an under, but nothing here for me.
Yeah. No. Yeah, this guy, he's got how old did you say? Did you say his age? He's like 36, right? 36-year-old left-hander is AAA.
Tommy Malone? No way he's 36.
Let me double check this because I've only got it on one thing. Let me pull it up to somewhere else. Hold on. It'll take 2 seconds.
His name absolutely makes him sound like an 80-year-old man. Oh my God, he's 36? That's crazy.
All right. So he's got it. So I don't have to keep pulling it up. I got that right?
No, yeah, he is. I just looked it up. That's fucking insane.
Okay, and he's got a 5.01 ERA in AAA this season. And then I also, I don't trust the Mariners bullpen coming in after him. So, I mean, for me, it'd probably be San Francisco or pass in this one.
How is this guy employed for so long? Oh, my God. Cab, he's been pitching since 2011.
One of those fucking things, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Cab, when you say you're better than pitchers, this is the guys you should be talking about. This should be you.
No.
Oh,
fuck you, Jose.
This is crazy.
He said, fuck you, Jose.
7.63 ERA in 2017. 8 games.
He said this dude's been in the minor leagues for 11 years. This should be you.
Why? What are you talking about? He's been in the majors. He's been in the majors since 2011. Again, a 7 ERA in 2017.
Oh, boy.
You can put up a better ERA than this. Oh, my God. This is sickening. All right. Well, I don't want any of my fucking money on Tommy Malone. Holy shit. All right. Let's hit the market. I'm shocked at his age. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe that. I'm going to tell Helga tonight. Dude, did you know that Tommy Malone's 30 fucking, how old is he again? 36? 36? Yes. Oh,
you got the fucking chat saying Dabby Malone. So.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Dabby Malone. Oh, God.
I hope he pitches well now.
Yes. All right. Dabby Malone is officially there. Fuck. That sucks for you, Dabby. Dabby Malone is great. I love that. So I'm only going to call you Dabby Malone now from now on.
Come on, Malone. You better fucking step up. You've been
I hope he does pitch well. This is his, this is the worst hitting team against lefties. Let's talk about the total here real quick.
He's probably so bad. He's probably the most fucking slapdick average left-handed pitcher on the planet, bro.
Who do you think throws faster, Dabby Malone or Tommy Malone? I'm gonna look up. He can't throw. He can't throw like 95. There's no way this guy throws 95.
No, dude. This guy's gonna be like fucking 88 from the left side with the fucking curveball.
So you can throw harder than him.
I can't hear you. You're frozen. What'd you say?
So you can throw harder than him, Dabby.
I could. I probably throw about 88 now, but I used to. Yeah.
Okay. No. Well, no. I'm talking about right now, Dabby Cab. I want you to take
probably throw about that
spot.
Yeah. I could probably throw about that still.
I need you to take his fucking spot. All right, Dabby. Oh yeah, you fucking got this guy's ass, Dabby. You fucking got this guy's ass. His top speed at his peak, Dabby, 88 mile an hour in 2017 when he had a
What
fucking.
did I just fucking tell you, bro? You're saying shit that I already told you. I already know who he is. I literally fucking imaged. I haven't seen
You
this guy
got
pitch.
him, dude.
I know
You
exactly
can
who he
take out
is.
the Giants tonight.
I mean, now you got to bet the Giants, bro. I mean, I literally pictured this guy on the mound without even fucking ever seeing him pitch.
You know what, Dabby? I think I needed to make a Photoshop real quick. Let's talk Mets Diamondbacks. I'll let you take this off while I vigorously do some photoshopping here.
No, what do you need a fucking Photoshop for?
Don't worry about it. Talk about this game, please.
All right, well, let's see. Mets
Oh.
Diamondbacks here. You got Senga on the mound for the Mets. You know, on the other side here with the Diamondbacks, Henry, he's got the 5-1 record and he's pitched well of late. Diamondbacks have won his last 6 starts coming into this contest. So even with the 5-1 record, they've won his last 6 games. But you know, didn't this switch to Scherzer on the mound?
That was yesterday. Yesterday, Scherzer went. They did a fucking swap. It was Senga all day yesterday, and
Scherzer yesterday. That's right. Okay, because I capped them both. Okay, there you go.
Yes.
So yeah, you got Senga on the mound here. This is just one of those spots where it's like runs, man. I don't know. I think both teams, if the Mets want to play with the Diamondbacks here, they got to step up and put up some runs. I don't know if the Mets can juice with the Diamondbacks here on the money line, or maybe I'd look at a first 5 over. I think Henry pitches, decent. I think he'll give up 3 runs through 6 innings. I think Senga is probably going to be about the same. He's probably due for about 2 to 3 runs. I think this is probably a Diamondback spot, though. Maybe even Diamondbacks first 5.
It's very interesting. I would agree because Tommy Henry has pitched really well in the now absence of Madison Bumgarner, and they thought guys like Brandon Pfaadt would go out there and the Pfaadt man would pitch well, but no, it's been Tommy Henry, and we know that Kodai Senga is a home road splits guy. We know his story. He's got let me see it here, a 2.64 ERA at home, a 4.58 ERA on the road here. So none of that is very surprising at all here, Debbie Cap. I will mention the market here in this game, and I need more time to do this damn Photoshop. 65% of bets, 83% of the money on the Diamondbacks here. Not surprising to me here. I think they're definitely live. Funny enough, they think Kodai Senga might pitch well here, though. 40% of the bets, 68% of the money on the under. But according to Action, this opened at a 9 and now is a 9.5 here. So something to keep an eye out there as well here, Dabby Cab. So no action for you here?
No.
All right, no action for Dabby Cab. All right, Dabby, you're going to start off this last game too while I make the finishing touches here. Pittsburgh Pirates, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Am I lagging at all, or is it all good?
You're lagging a bit, but we're making it through, and I think we're going to be all set till the end of the
good news is I can finally get fiber out at my house now, so that'll be upgraded pretty soon.
I love that. Hey, good job. I love that for you. Go Google Fiber.
Yeah, thank you for making it out here to the middle of fucking nowhere. I've talked about Miller a lot here. I like Miller. He's been up and down. He's 4-1 on the season with a 4.23 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP. 14 walks on 35 strikeouts. He's gone just over 38 in the third innings of work this season. He got the win in his last start, but it was against the Royals. That was Friday night, 5 2/3 innings. He gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk in that game, 4 strikeouts in a game that the Dodgers won 9-3. They finished it out. Like I said, Miller's just a guy I like. Between these two pitchers, both rookie pitchers here on the mound, because outside of the 1 start against the Giants, I think Miller's done great. Beto on the other side, he's been mediocre, at best. And I think the Pirates are really just trying to tie their rotation together here. It's been in a tough spot for them. So, and they've just been trending down. They've fallen apart after the start of the season. They've 15 losses in their last 20 games here coming into this matchup. or coming into yesterday's game, excuse me. I think it's a Dodger spot. I think the Dodgers probably take it. It's just, do you want to lay, what would you have to do? Probably like a -1 or -1 in the first 5. I don't know.
Thank you, Dabby. I appreciate your excellent insights. By the way, my masterpiece is completed. I would like to introduce everyone to Dabby Malone here. Dabby Malone here.
What the fuck is that? That is
Dabby,
the creepiest looking thing that I've ever seen.
that's you, Dabby. That's your future. That's your Mariners career coming up. I'm gonna tell Jerry DePoto that he's got a 5th starter coming up.
That's so creepy, bro.
This Dabby
Take
Malone.
that down, please.
No, let's leave him up for a little bit. Osvaldo Bido versus Bobby Miller, as Dabby just excellently talked about here. Again, we've talked about Pirates Dodgers here often on this program. It's one of my high points from last year. I enjoy it very much. Why
does it look so fucking weird, bro? It looks like you smushed the faces together. It's so fucking awkward.
No, you guys look great. That's you. That's Dabby Malone. Thank you, Markel. Markel loves it.
Let's go find our now. I like Dutch's thing that he made better.
Oh, well, I think Dabby Malone looks great. I won't send this to Victor or anything. We can keep this and say, hey, plays, but Dabby Malone hits. Dabby Malone. I think you need to bet him now. I think you might have to bet him over strikeouts.
No.
That'd be interesting. Bobby Miller's last 2 starts have been interesting. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs against the Royals at the Royals. And he's hitting a little bit of a rookie wall there. We've seen it with like Bryce Miller. He hit like a 2-3 starts where he gave up like 8 earned runs, 7 earned runs, had to make an adjustment here. I'll be interested to see, but I don't trust Beto at all here. And the Pirates offense against righties, excuse me, the worst. The worst last 2 weeks, 30th, 72 weighted runs created plus. So I have nothing in this game, unfortunately, either. This is a tough game. Market-wise, and by the way, picks from Dave will be happy to know that is not any editing on the neck. That is Dabby Malone's actual neck right there. He has got a fucking long-ass neck on my man right there. You know what Tommy Malone does with that neck. 77% of the bets on the over, but only 52% of the money on the over here. So a little bit of love for the under there as well. Sidewise here, unsurprisingly, if you are a guy like me and you would rather bet the plus 200s here, 13% of bets on the Pirates here, Dabby Cap. But
move this fucking picture if you're going to keep talking to me.
72% on the Pirates here. So shout out to the Pirates. I want nothing to do with that game, and we will move on. Thank you to Dabby Malone, as always. All right. Let's recap our action here as well. And by the way, again, excellent show by the chat as always. Dabby Malone is great. And I'm excited to see what he has on his card here today. It'd be really funny if we saw Tommy Malone just go and shove there.
I don't make bets just because of things like what just happened.
I do.
I know you do. That's why I made that comment out loud.
I do. And I was tempted to take Dabby Malone here today, but I can't. I've got 4 plays here written down that I think I'm going to make official. First off, shout out to my guy Troy. I think I'm going to follow him here in Minnesota, Kansas City Royals over 8. I need to look up the juice real quick. -117 on our friends at Bet Online. And real quick, I'd like to check Bovada before we go. Sorry, -115 on Bovada. So I'll take that. -115 there. First 5 money line for the Nationals. Bet before the show at -105. I'm going to take the Cardinals, Miami Marlins over 9 at -108 there. And I'm going to take the Red Sox money line, which is now, hopefully, let me refresh real quick to make sure the price is accurate because we got +101. Yes, still +101 here. Red Sox money line there. So 4 plays for me today on a light card. Debbie Cab, what do you have?
Well, my card's not so late. So I got the Rangers team total over 4.5 at -121.
That's it?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Put this shit down, man. I'm about to go look for your videos now. I don't know how to find shit on here either.
Thank you, everyone. As always, we appreciate you guys. Troy, Nasty Nate, picks from Dave, Brian Watson. Speaking of picks from Dave, you guys have a new program coming on very soon, right, Dabby?
Yes, we do. How do I find my stuff from my show?
I'm not telling you.
Why? Why? What? This is all Jimmy's stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to Matty Ice.
I like that one. Yeah, man. Unmuted mic. We would be running it this week if you guys would hurry the fuck up on y'all's end.
You know, you see the text messages.
I'm just kidding. It's all love, man. It's all love. We're gonna start probably next Thursday. I think that's when we're gonna get this thing rolling. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Me and Dave, unmuted mic. I say a lot of fun. I'm not looking forward to some of the shit we've got planned. Some of it's gonna hurt. Like I think we're gonna try and eat one of those fucking death gummies or something like that. You just gotta tune in and you'll see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a variety show with Dave wearing an assortment of plaid shirts. Debbie Cab will be there on assortment of drugs. I'll be there in some aspect. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a whole lot of fun. So shout out to my guy, Picks from Dave, who, again, tentatively scheduled for that home run derby stream on Monday. I would like to cross some T's and dot some I's to see if we can actually make sure this thing happens. But it'll be a whole lot of fun if we can get that to work. Appreciate everyone. Real deal, Rocco. Again, happy birthday to my guy, Rocco Rogers. Hope you have a great one, my guy. If I had to give you a birthday pick, Rocco, I guess it's your guy. You're on it, I'm sure. Brian Bayo, first 5 money line. So shout out to you there, Rocco. I'm on the full game. I hope you have a lot of fun today. Dabby, celebrate Venezuelan Independence Day correctly. Have some.
I'll get me a ham and cheese.
Go a whiskey of some sorts on the rocks with just some water. That is the Venezuelan drink of choice by every Venezuelan out there. So shout out to them. And we'll see everyone back here again tomorrow. It will be on Betting with the Bag early in the AM. So tune in then. Me and Jimmy breaking down the entire card, which is very interesting. And Dabby, can I let you in on a secret?
Yeah.
I'm getting drunk tonight. So that will be very interesting to see how that turns up tomorrow.
Are you going to have ham and cheese and whiskey on the rocks?
That would be my fucking ideal way to get tonight going. Honestly, it would be great. And don't forget, again, Dabby Cab guest hosting on Saturday. So it'll be a whole lot of fun. I cannot wait for that. Him and Moose Money joining the program. Again, anytime I mention Moose Money, it just gives me an excuse to play this. A great Moose call by that Moose up in Canada.
JW said, aren't you drunk every night? Real quick, because I know we're wrapping this up, but my hope is that like Jose just keeps like getting worse and worse, like drinking more, and like in a couple months he'll be like super addicted to like cocaine. He'll be up fucking just like twitching on the show. Like I think it would be a really fun experience to watch Jose go through and then come out of like drug addiction.
Fair. I couldn't have said it better myself. Say hey everyone, and we'll see you guys next time.